Welcome back to the Torrey Pines hole vlog. Hole 4, par 4, 433 yards. We are watching my friend Sam here play, and unfortunately, you might want to close your eyes on this one, Sam. Woof. Oh man, all we can do is say sorry, Sam. Applaud him. We move on. This is a long par 4 into the wind, trying to take a draw over those trees there. It is a dog leg left. Pretty intimidating tee shot as you have to hit it around 250, 255 into the wind to carry. I'm watching this one and praying that it catches a piece, and it does. It was a great drive, tee pickup. We find the fairway here, and we have our second shot. We're hitting a pitching wedge into the wind. It was playing about 135, 140, so pretty good stock club for me. Strike it pretty well. Unfortunately, it just leaks a little bit. Not happy about it. Probably a little bit toey. And once again, we have another long lag putt here for birdie. Once again, we got a long putt for birdie, and this one's a long way to go. This one's at least over 50 feet right here. We've got this going uphill right to left, just trying to get it within that 3-foot circle so we can get a nice little tap in there. And this thing at the start looks pretty good, and it just turns a little bit too much, but we end up in a pretty good place. Unfortunately, it was a little bit too long, but as you can tell, we don't have too much in it. So I'm reading this one. We have it about inside left. We step up, and for these ones, I like to just go firm, and we get this one going, and we get another par. So right now, we are 1 over through 4, which is pretty solid. Next up is hole 5, par 5, 503 yards. Pretty gettable, but it is into the wind, and this one was a very narrow fairway. You had to find the fairway here, otherwise you would be in trouble in the rough. Little bit of a heely drive here and pulled it a tad left. Exactly what I didn't want to do. But we move on. It's a par 5. We find ourselves in the rough. Not happy about it at all. But it is a par 5, so we're just trying to get birdie here. But you can tell, you can't even see my ball. This rough is extremely thick. I just have a 5-iron trying to punch it out. All I'm doing here is just gripping the club down a little bit more, putting a little bit more weight, and just trying to hack it out. I mean, this rough was really thick. You can barely see my shoes now. And we get a pretty good hack out, but unfortunately, we get another bad break, and we get in the rough. Look at this wildlife at Torrey here. Little coyote running through the fairway, trying to cheer me up a little bit. We find ourselves in the rough yet again. It's about a 60-70-yard shot. We have our 60-degree, and this one's really tough because you can't get any spin. You can tell it's a little bit uphill, kind of to a tucked pin. Can't see the ball, but I have a 60-degree. You can see how much grass I just took off there off that practice swing. But it is possible. Trying to get out of here at least with the par. Chip it pretty nicely, and you can tell that it lands just on the right. You can tell I'm still not happy about this hole, but we land a little bit far because we weren't going to get some spin. We have about a 25-footer, and I'm reading this one because I think it's a pretty good birdie opportunity. Haven't had a birdie like this yet on this front 9. Like I said, conditions are really tough out here. Greens are really fast. So I'm looking at this one. It's going to be downhill quick, right to left. Have it about a foot on the right side. Give a pretty good stroke, and this thing looks insanely good, but of course left it short. Really not happy with myself. There were some words said there. Pretty big birdie opportunity missed there, and we tap in for par, and we are still 1 over through 5 now. Moving on to hole 6. We are watching my buddy Shane play, and we will say sorry, Shane, here again. He doesn't hit a good drive. He gets a little bit angry. Had to just throw that in there. We got hole 6, par 4, 400 yards. Just once again, trying to find the fairway here. Deciding to try and move this one a little bit right to left because of that bunker in the distance, and this one looks good. Looks great. Early tee pickup. We love to see that. Watching it closely because we don't know if this is going to trickle into the rough or not, but it stays in the fairway here for us, which is huge because we're able to get a good smack on it. And like I said, the rough is really hard to get out of, takes away spin. Got to take more. Debating here between an 8 or a 9-iron. We have about 155 yards, and I decide to go with the 8-iron. Just want to hit a smooth one here. Don't want to force a 9-iron. Another good opportunity here, and what happens? Chunk an 8-iron, look back in disbelief, and this thing just ends up short of the green here. And we got to go try get an up and down now for par. Not happy with myself. And you can tell, left it pretty short. Now have a good chip and putt to try and save par here. There was a little bit of a ridge in the middle of the green, and just trying to get it over that and have it skip once or two times. And you can see I'm asking for it to stay. It just keeps rolling, but it comes up short again. But we have a bit of an uphill putt here. Still have about 6 to 7 feet left. Looking at this one, I don't see too much in this one. I think it's straight, and I'm just going to go firm center cup. But unfortunately, I did read it a little bit wrong, and it goes a tad to the left, just run the edge. Not happy about it. Pretty bad bogey, a little bit of a skill point right there for that tap in, but disappointed in that position. But now we are two over.